Hi, I would like to talk to you about something that's on my mind. Currently, I'm writing a new Empath Luckiest Smurf story called Smurf Village Sunday Assembly. It's basically Smurfs hold having having a Sunday service of their own. It's called the Smurf Village Sunday Assembly. I know I, I know the title sounds like it's based on something that something called in real life called the Sunday Assembly, which is a non-religious gathering of people. And started in London and eventually spread to the United States, and just it some people call it like the atheist church. And just I anyway, the Sunday Assembly in in the story, the Smurf Village Sunday Assembly is actually more like more like church for the Smurfs' own religion. Just and I would like to read you an excerpt from the story that I've been writing. Just so anyway, here's the excerpt. Every Smurf was gathered together at the Smurf Village Theater, waiting nervously for the service to start. It began with a hymn that the Smurfs sang together, praising Mother Nature and Father Time for the role they were given in all its gifts. It was an age-old hymn that Empath remembered from his years of visiting the Smurf Village. He was at first puzzled by the use of music in religious worship, since Psychelia hardly ever uses music in their worship. Over time, Empath got used to the style of worship in Sunday assemblies and even enjoyed the music, although he knew Tapper didn't like that the music glorified Mother Nature and Father Time instead of his Almighty. The hymn went like this: Mother Nature, green and bright, painter of the dancer light, you that dress the hills in spring, teach our grateful hearts to sing. In a forest, field, and stream, in a glow of twilight's gleam, every leaf and every tree whispers of your harmony. Mother Nature, guide our hand, keep us faithful to the land. Father Time, steady and true, mark the days and make us new. Father Time, whose patient hand turn the seasons through the land. Keep her of the ancient hours, shape her up of flowers and flowers. From the first day sacred birth, you have measured sky and earth. If the rhythm we find rest, in her turning we are blessed. Mother Nature, guide our hand, keep us faithful to the land. Father Time, steady and true, mark our days and make us new. When the storms arise in might, when the day gives way to night, still your order holds us fast, rooted deep through the winds may blast. Teach us balance, teach us grace, teach us each our rightful place. May our village stand as one, as it did when time begun. Mother Nature ever near, guard our home from doubt and fear. Father Nature with gentle chime, hold our hearts within our time. Sorry I messed it up. Anyway, After the hymn ended, the Smurf Village Theater fell quiet as Brainy took a stand at the lectern, um, dressed in a purple gown with a purple mortarboard style Smurf hat. There were no dramatic flourishes, just a carefully organized scroll. My fellow Smurfs, I am aware that not all of you look forward to these gatherings. There was a pause. He did not smile. But I ask you to listen today, not for my sake, but for the sake of our village. First of all, let's look at why we gather. We live in a forest filled with dangers. Evil people do not rest. Hostile creatures do not nap. The seasons change. Storms may come without warning, and yet we remain. Why? Not because we are the strongest, not because we are the fastest, not because we are the cleverest. We remain because we are ordered. A village without order is a collection of individuals. A village with order is a community. Secondly, let's look at on rules and restraint. I know that some of you find the book of morality repetitive. He did not look at anyone directly. But repetition builds memory. Memory builds habit. Habit builds character. And character protects the village when emotions fail. When Hefty's temper flares. When Jokey's pranks go too far. When Clumsy loses confidence. When any of us grow careless. It is structure that steadies us. Rules are not chains, they are guardrails. Lazy fell asleep on Hefty's arm as the other Smurfs listened. Hefty nudged Lazy to get him to stay awake. Thirdly, let's look at on responsibility. Each Smurf carries a gift, but a gift without discipline can harm. Strength without restraint becomes intimidation. Creativity without boundaries becomes chaos. Emotion without wisdom becomes instability. We do not practice order because we distrust each other. We practice order because we trust each other enough to protect what we have built. Fourthly, let's look at on consistency. Some of you may wonder why I speak often of the same principles. It is because consistency is not dullness, it is faithfulness. If Papa Smurf changed his guidance every week, would you feel secure? If our bridges were rebuilt differently each time, would you feel safe crossing them? Then why should our moral foundation shift with every mood? Stability is not glamorous, but it is essential. Excuse me. Fifthly, let's look at on unity. We do not all think alike, nor should we. But unity is not sameness, unity is shared direction. We may disagree about methods, but we must agree on what kind of village we wish to be. Safe, disciplined, respectful, and reliable. If we lose these qualities, we lose more than comfort, we lose trust. Fifthly, here's a personal word. I wanted to speak at these assemblies since I was a Smurfling. Not for attention, not for praise, but because I believe that knowledge properly shared strengthens us. If I have repeated myself, it is because I fear what happens when we forget. So here's the conclusion. My fellow Smurfs, joy is important. Friendship is essential, but without structure, both become fragile. Let us continue to gather. Let us continue to remind one another of who we are, and let us remember a strong village is not built by inspiration alone. It is built by discipline practiced daily. Thank you. Brainy folded the scroll carefully and stood back. He was annoyed that a good deal of the Smurfs have fallen asleep during the sermon. Even the worship team were asleep at their instruments. Jokey opened one of his surprise gift boxes to wake everyone up. That's better, Brainy said. Now let's close the service with another hymn. I hate singing hymns, Grouchy said as the music started. Anyway, that's the excerpt that I've had from the first chapter I've written so far of the Smurf Village Sunday Assembly. Just wanted to share with you something from my from my writings today. Nothing Bible, just Just something personal. Anyway, have a good day, and may God bless you.